All right, good morning, everybody. We are on Ovation of the Seas in Alaska, Skagway, Alaska. I wanted to do like a tour around so you can kind of see how beautiful it looks, even in this little rain drizzle. Look at how pretty. Oh my God, look at that mountaintop. Look at that. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. How beautiful is this? I'm not sure the town is awake yet, but we certainly are. How pretty is that, you guys? Who doesn't want to come to Alaska? I know it was always a dream of mine to be here, and it finally came through. Good morning. This is just absolutely gorgeous. If you ever need a cruise planner, Scott is your... All right, sorry, there was a little glitch there as I was talking, but we're coming around the ship here. I just want to see how beautiful this place is. If you could just get yourself here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Ovation of the Seas. We're already in October, I believe, 2023. Oh, the cloud is covering it. You can't see it right now.
Wait. Oh, no, you can. You can see it a little.
It was beautiful up back when we first came out. This is a very tiny port. No wonder they only allow one ship at a time. I don't know if that will ever change, or if at one time it did, but right now, Ovation of the Seas is in Skagway. We are already in October 2023. We started in the end of September, the last cruise to Alaska for Royal for the season.
Yeah, me too. Did you hear when the boat turned around and it started like an earthquake? Yeah.
Teresa, it must rain a lot because they have, if you can see the conics there.
Oh, let me see if I can get that in the video. There we go.
Instead of having a canopy, you walk through the conic from one to another. Right down it's like,
Well, it looks like a certain way, yeah. That looks pretty amazing. Today we are ziplining. I hope it doesn't get canceled, even though there's a light drizzle. Certainly going to be wearing the rain jacket on that. God, it's so pretty. I know it just seems like a bunch of bushes for certain people because you have beautiful trees where you come from. But this is just a beautiful sight for some of us. This is my first trip here, always been my dream, and we will certainly be coming back. All right, let's see if we can come see through the passageway. Let's take a look. Look at this. Pretty, pretty. right, I'm very, very excited. Let's go. Good morning, cruisers. We are getting off of Ovation of the Seas here in Skagway, Alaska. Got a constant drizzle happening. Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Keep moving, please.
Oh, this is an incline. Scott's taking more stairs.
Did you take the stairs up and down?
And actually, you can see right the end of the dock, right there where the green locomotive is. Oh, yeah, see, it looks like wires or something down. It's not wires.
Pictures? The train?
No, because those orange things are ugly.
Okay.
Smile, come on.
Stop it. Do you guys want us to take your photo? Yeah? One of my assistants, please.
That's cool.
You want to? Yeah.
All right, welcome to the new group. My name's Mark. All right, we're gonna do a little tour here on the way out. We have the Red Onion Saloon here. That is one of the first saloon/brothels here in Skagway. All right, I'll get back to that in a second. And then we have the Arctic Brotherhood Fraternity building right here with all the driftwood on the front. I'll tell you the story in about 10 minutes on how all that driftwood got on there. We're gonna go back to the Red Onion Saloon real quick. Everybody here knows what a brothel is, right?
Yes.
All right, it's a place where you get a cup of hot broth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just making sure we're all on the same page here. Skagway is one of the most intact gold rush towns that still exists today from the Klondike Gold Rush. There's only actually one other town that still exists, and that's Dawson City. One of the reasons why we're the most intact is because Dawson City's had 3 major fires. So most of its buildings are not around anymore. They're all new buildings or newer buildings. One of the things with us is we haven't had a major fire. So all of our buildings are the original buildings. You've heard that a building has good bones, right? All these buildings have all their old bones. Yeah, the fires in Dawson City, 2 of them were actually started by the same woman. When she get mad at somebody, she liked to throw a lit lantern at them. I'm going to show you the oldest building in Skagway. If you can see it, it's a picket fence and a cabin, a log cabin down there. It is Captain William Moore's residence. It was built in 1887. All right, looking up here on the left-hand side, this is our only bank in town. It's a Wells Fargo. It used to be a Bank of Alaska, so we've entered the financial district of Skagway. Now we've exited the financial district of Skagway. When we come back into town, you'll have the option of getting off here in town so you can roam around the town, and it'll be right here at this corner.
Yay.
I want to point out this Mexico and Skagway Tequila Beer and Wine building. Back in the day, that used to be a bakery on the bottom and a brothel on top. Well, the bakery was open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The brothel was open 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So it was one place in Skagway where you could get hot buns 24 hours a day. You know, because they served warm bread with that cup of hot soup.
Yeah.
All right, keep your eyes peeled because the best place you're going to have a chance to see bears is in town right now. I seen probably 15 trash cans turned over this morning. And that's a light day. But we're in the actual residential area of Skagway right now. Skagway has about 750, 800 residents that are here year-round. Us seasonal employees, me included. I'm only here for the summer. We jacked the population up in this town by about 4 times. We have about 2,600 people live here during the summertime. There's a lot of one-ofs here in town. We have a hospital sign here, that blue or the white H on a blue background. But we don't have a hospital here in town. So in Skagway, we call that the Help Me sign. But we do have a clinic. This is our only clinic. There are actually 2 physician's assistants, but no physicians to assist. We don't have any doctors, no optometrists, and no dentists here in town.
So what if you have a medical emergency? Where do you go?
Well, if you have a medical emergency, one of those life-altering medical emergencies, this is going to get you patched up and on a helicopter ride to Juneau. Juneau is the closest ER with a trauma center, and it's about a 45-minute helicopter ride from here on a medevac. Medevac helicopters cost about $1,000 a minute.
And they have to warm their engine for 5 minutes.
What's that?
They warm up their engines for 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's 45. It's the flight time.
Oh, no
So
kidding.
it's after it takes off.
Dang, that's expensive.
All right, here's that one of only school. Yeah, we only have one school here in Skagway. This is K through 12. All right, so kids, if you went to school here, you'd be in this school for your entire education. Wouldn't that suck? But we have about 100 students here this year enrolled. That means the class size is 7 or 8. The most we've ever had graduate was 9. The least we ever had graduate was 3. So kids, you could graduate dead last and still be in the top 10. Yep, with that small of a class size, you probably imagine we don't have any sports teams. We did have a basketball team, but I want to go back to that graduating class of 3. That was a graduating class of 2 girls and 1 boy, and that made prom very interesting. Well, that basketball team didn't do very well. So what we lacked in sports, we made up for in smarts. We're #1 in test scores in the state of Alaska. We are in the top 10 percentile of SAT scores throughout the country. We've had kids go to Ivy League schools. We have a robotics team that's went to nationals. And one cool little thing about the town of Skagway is they have a college fund, and pretty much that pays for the kids to go to school here. They go to school and then they never come back. Because there's really nothing in Skagway that would allow them to use a degree. But we are in need of doctors. I don't know why we don't have one, but over here to the right-hand side, this is the White Pass Yukon Route Railroad train yard. Pretty much identical to the way it was when it was completed in the late 1900s. The buildings are brand new, but other than that, the tracks are pretty much laid out the way they were back in the when it was completed. I'll get back to that in a little bit, but that actually saved Skagway a few times. If it wasn't for the rail line, Skagway probably wouldn't be here today. But we're on Highway 98, and this is this is the only way to get in and out of Skagway for driving. Hi there, yeah, thank you.
Have a good day.
There's going to be a lot of happy campers since we have coffee now. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's the best curb service I've seen.
But this road allows you to drive in and out of Skagway. That makes Skagway one of 3 places in southeast Alaska that you can actually drive to. Haines, Alaska is one of them, and that's 15 miles down the water. And then Hayter, Alaska is about as far southeast in Alaska as you're going to ever get. And that's another one you can drive to. Well, you might have noticed that I didn't say anything about Juneau. Well, Juneau is one of the only 49 state capitals on this continent that you cannot drive to. I used to say it was one of 50, but somebody did point out that you cannot drive to Honolulu, Hawaii, even though they have interstates, which I still haven't figured that one out. We don't get interstates up here in Alaska. But you're going to drive down this road and it'll take you to the Elkhorn Highway. If you turn right, we could all go to Vegas if you wanted to. Or you can turn left, go to Whitehorse, Canada, which is the capital of the Yukon Territory. Or you can come right back here to Alaska. Most Skagway residents choose the ferry to go to Haines, Alaska, because it only takes about 45 minutes to get there. But if you really wanted to, you could drive it and it'd take you about 7 hours to get there. And you need a passport to do it because you got to go through Canada. We just turned over on the Dyea Road, and this takes us out to the non-existent city of Dyea, Alaska. I'm going to talk a lot more about Dyea when we get closer to the historical town site. But I want to bring back the Elkhorn Highway again. Now, the Elkhorn Highway was built during World War II by the Army Corps of Engineers. All right, now how they did it is they came in here to Skagway, they commandeered everything. The rail line, the rail equipment, the city. They conscripted all the males into the army, and they started up the northern part of the Elkhorn Highway team. And that met up with the team from Dawson Creek. The Elkhorn Highway is about 1,900 miles long, and they completed it in about 18 months. Not a bad idea. I'll tell you how and why that was come up in here in just a second. But we have 3 cemeteries here in town. All right, and 2 of them are historical cemeteries.